Uh-huh. Okay, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Oops, what's the alright. It's Holy Saint Night here, and so this is my Crusader in Diablo 3. You see there is a new deal. I don't have the Necromancer DLC, I don't care about him. It's even in sale now, so I can buy it, but I don't care about it. I'm gonna play it. So guys, here is the thing about 420 on Paragon. I don't play this game much, okay? So here is the thing, we will be talking about Diablo 2. So I got a lot of characters as you see. Okay, Arsenius, that's just a wizard, okay, alright. How do I change my appearance now? Okay, I see. I think this is it. I'm gonna be doing. My banner is fine. Okay, it's a clan I joined in the past. So guys, there is no Diablo 4, guys. Diablo 4 is just Diablo 3. Okay, let me put it correct, because if I don't, there will be some things. So here is the thing, how this goes. Let me check on it. Campaign, adventure. What's this? Okay, solo greater riff, I don't care about it. Solo, normal, hard, expert, master, torment. There is even more, yeah, torment 7, even more, torment 11. Okay, so the maximum is torment 16. Alright. I can easily do this, but I was helping a friend with campaign, that's what I was doing. Okay, let's go normal. 7 cross. Okay, so let me tell you guys how this thing. So there is no sorry. Where are the options? I want the options. Anyway, let's ignore it for the time being. Hold on, let me start the game. So there is no Diablo 4, guys. Let me, so you get to understand the situation. Today, yeah, I got, I know what I have. It's just a, yeah, we got a lot of things. It's, is this the where he can die or something? Access to all skills. Okay, he's got all the skills. There is also something that he can't die. He can't die. I don't know if okay, well, there is an item that he can't die, but okay. Anyway, let's get going. Here is the thing. I guess it's just a random build. Okay, I didn't. Play. I have some 5 points unspent. Oh, okay, I can't put them wherever I want. No, I can't. Okay, left per hit. This is maxed. Area damage is maxed. But I don't think I need a gold pickup radius. this? Utility, strength, vitality. Alright. Anyway, so I got these two maxed. Gold pickup radius. I don't think I need this. Resource cost reduction though. Definitely. So, okay, let me tell you guys, there is no Diablo 4. It's Diablo 3 expansion. So let me tell you how this situation is. Nowadays, an open world server doesn't cost much. It's not back in. We are not back in 2000. Whereas the game Diablo costs €70 to play the default version. So it's just a covered money grab. Of course, it's got some good elements in it. Yeah, I used to do some falling swords, pretty cool stuff, but no longer works the way it did. Well, that's what I'm doing. From an item, I think. Okay, so let me tell you that we're not back in 2000, guys. Now we changed the law. It's just a random thing, random generation of laws. We're not back in 2000, so an open world server nowadays costs very little, but the game itself, Diablo 4, costs tons, like €70 for the base game, and it doesn't. It's not only open world. The tiers you make, the dungeons you make, are not open world. You're just. It has some open world elements. So, guys, it costs a lot for the players to buy it. It's not something new. It's not Diablo 2, guys. Okay, there is no after Diablo 2, which was Diablo is a casino game, guys. As I'm telling you.
I was caught stealing once.
But what Diablo 2 did well, okay, you get to play the game. You don't need tons of tiers and greater rifts like reaching like what's the maximum, 170 plus greater rifts, something around there. I think I don't know how much it goes. Maybe it goes even higher. So you had normal nightmare hell in Diablo 2 as was in Diablo 1. It may be a casino, but Diablo 1 and 2 did it well. You get to play the game, alright, you get to have fun doing the game, and it was mostly a game. You didn't need, like, look at this. Where is the Kanai cube? Look at this ridiculousness. The Kanai, what's that? Oculus ring. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, and whether we have it. The ring of royal grandeur, the zodiac ring, and yeah, look at this ridiculousness. Yeah, look at this. You extract powers from items, and you extract powers from items, guys, in order to put them in your gear, and you have also your unique and set gear in order to what's that? What the? I'm trying to understand what is this. You have your set, your uniques. Rare items are useless. Diablo 2 did it well. Alright, you get to. What's this? Okay, now I see what your blocked chance. What's that? Joanna. Okay, Joanna. So I thought I was using Fate of the Feld. Yeah, Chris. By 100%. Sabatons of Hakan. Curses of Hakan. Heart of Light. Crown of Light. Anyway, I got tons of stuff. So. Hold on, what was this? Talisman of Hakan. Yeah, I got the entire Hakan. You get 15,500 increased damage and take less damage. You see, this is kinda, it's got out of the way, yeah, out of damage got in order to do the highest rips. Diablo 2 did it well. They didn't have all these rips. It got these 3 difficulties. You get to play the game. If you wanted some cool loot, you get to find it, and that was it. So in a sense, it might have some casino elements, making it highly addictive, but it wasn't really that much of an addiction. It was like pretty fun game, and that was it. They did also good with that. The rare items there are also the best. You needed some rares. Even magic items were useful because they got higher rolls in their values than rares. Unique had their own stuff. Rune Wars also had their own stuff. So in a sense, you needed all sorts of items to make your player. Obviously, you won't be using. Usually, you weren't using a magic sword. You're using a rune word or a unique or a rare. But even magic swords like Cruel. Their sort of swiftness was very good if for a certain role, with socketed some runes or gems, or or jewels. So they did it well on that regard. Even if Diablo 2 was incomplete on the Act 4, it was lacking 3 quests, which were the 2 lesser evils, Asmodan and Belial. You face them in Act 4. Then it was Diablo, like the pentagram of Diablo. It would open like in Diablo 1. Once you open the seals, that was really how they planned it. And it will lead you into the hell level of Diablo 1. Hell environment of Diablo 1. In Diablo 2 I'm talking about. With the pools of blood. You will also fight with the warlord of blood, Bartuk, who was an Easter egg in expansion Lord of Destruction. So the warlord of blood, was he's guarding hell. And then you would go fight to find Diablo. So there were 3 missing quests, and of course you have to destroy the Soulstone of Diablo and Mephisto, as well as of Baal, but in Act 5 that came later. But you were supposed to do that as well, I guess. You wouldn't lose the Hellforge Hammer. So, and of course they were planning to make crafting a thing. Hold on. Okay, there is no option not to run, I assume. Let's see. This is maxed level. Alright, so forge armor. Now you get, of course, I can forge. I can forge uniques here and set items. I can also forge rares, which I can also reroll. What is 253, 250. 256. Yeah, there are the 256. Alright, so now what's that? Oh, that's just the legendary craft material. Repair. Yeah, you see I got like a billion. That's not really that much. Okay, this is maximum level. Alright. There is also the diamond creator. Where is it? The Book of Cain that's to identify items. The artisan, yeah, he makes rubies. Alright. This costs money, of course. So you get the idea on this game. Yeah, we can forge rings. This is maximum level. Remove gems for jewelry. And we can also go here to the artisan, which can change magic properties. It also can replace a property. It's maximum level. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure the rares here aren't just trash, but usually in this game you need rares and uniques, and you get to upgrade them. You need unique and set items, which are also unique kind of thing. So you understand what I'm talking about here. Yeah. Well, in a sense, that's it's quite useful for this guy. He gives me a passive critical also. Okay, so there is no Diablo 4, guys. I'm using. Oh yeah, I'm using Punish. Provoke, Falling Sword, Skinner, Blessed Hammer. Alright, so as I was saying, it was fun. They only had 3 tiers: normal, nightmare, hell. Diablo 2, that is. Of course, even if it's incomplete on Act 4, it is still better than Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Sadly, it was incomplete. They should have completed it and delay the release. It doesn't matter that the release could be delayed. They should have completed the game, because it would be really fun to fight do all these quests. 3 quests are missing. That is to destroy. Killing Diablo also involved destroy his Soulstone. Okay, there were also levels of hell missing. So Act 4, it would have been big like Act 2 and Act 3, which were also big, much bigger than Act 1. And Act 4 would be like, until the River of Flame, it was just 3 waypoints. There would be much more to do, because if you remember, until the River of Flame waypoint, and then you get into House Sanctuary, then the portal of the pentagram would activate the portal, as was in Diablo 1, where after you kill the Lazarus, Archbishop Lazarus, you get the portal was activated, and you get to the Terror Domain to fight Diablo. So there are missing quests there. There is a lot of missing value on Diablo 2, but it's still better than, even today, than Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Because
do you ever think about
in
making
this game,
positive changes in your life?
I don't. In this game, it's an item. It just have made so many tiers, tiers with the rifts. 175 is the maximum thing. I don't remember. This is just needless. In Diablo 2, you just played the game. Okay, you did it. You farmed some loot if you wanted to keep going. The rares were very good items. You might need some uniques, but not always. And it was a fun game with casino elements. This game here, you saw the Kanai cube. You need to put powers there to use for your gear. I mean, I'm not wearing my gear, so
I can't do that here.
hold on. What's this? Ah, infernal machine. I don't care about that.
No, not here.
Okay, the stats. What is this? I don't have a seasonal character. I don't care. Alright, so okay, this is some campaign. I finished the campaign apparently. Complete all quests not failed. It's got more stuff to do. I don't care about it. I didn't go hardcore. Let's see, Crusader, what do we get? I have no idea. Okay, this is... Well, anyway, you get Act 4 is heaven. Alright, Act 3 is crafting. Anyway, so as I was saying, there is no Diablo 4, guys. It's just a money grab, but it's a covert money grab. Now, Diablo 3 is also not a Diablo game, it's a PlayStation game. Alright, so it was obviously optimized for PlayStation. Toughness. Okay, my damage is so little. Okay, this is just a flail.
I can't do that here.
What am I using? Okay, fervor. Yeah, I'm not using the... And in this one I used to... Hold on. There was a cooldown for each enemy hit by falling sword, but I think they nerfed it, so it's not that big of a... It's not that big of a... in the past you could just completely remove cooldown. Yeah, in the past you could just do this infinitely with this if you hit a lot of enemies. Now of course they changed it. So anyway, let's keep going with the video. So there is no Diablo 4, guys, and there is no Diablo 3 after Diablo 2, which was well made. Like I said, you didn't need to... You played the game, you had fun, and that was it. And it's lacking content. Okay, you didn't get to fight Asmod and Belial and the Warlord of Blood again. So it's still lacking content. And it's such an old game, and it's still better than Diablo 3, which is a PlayStation game, guys. Okay, it's not a Diablo game. Of course, they didn't do this as much of a casino because it has, of course, some casino elements, but they didn't do it that much of a casino. Because you get all the loot after killing Rift Guardians, so it's not that hard to find items. You can also craft them. Like I said, it's a PlayStation game. And Diablo 4, it's just an expansion. And of course Diablo 4 has some good elements, like you need the rewards you get from certain quests and the hell tides and stuff like that, and you get to upgrade your gear from rare to legendary and mix this with uniques. Okay, that's a good design of the game, but it's trash, guys. We already had this with Diablo 2. So, and also some quests you get to do like you get to discover the fate of the heroes of Diablo 2. You need to do this quest when you are level 100. Don't do them earlier because you're gonna miss the quality of gear rewards. You need to be level 100. It scales with your level when you do the quest, and you get the good reward because I don't think you get to do them again. So these aren't the campaign, the story quests. It's just quests around the map. Ignore them until you get to level 100 for the best reward. And I don't know if you can set up a tier to do it on tier 100 to get the best. I have no idea how it
If we
works.
stand here much longer, I am going to rob you. Just so you know.
So guys, Diablo 4 is just a money grab, but it's a covert money grab. Because open world doesn't cost that much, okay, nowadays. The game costs very much. The skill trees, I mean, hold on. Let me show you the skills here. Let's pick just a skill. Okay, secondary, primary. This is a resource generation. Even, let's see, punish, yes, slash. Alright, I got punish. Blessed hammer. The skills here, I could say that they, I mean, in Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 obviously, it's the best designed. Yeah. Now, the skills in Diablo 3, in a sense, well, they feel better than the skills in Diablo 4. Even the skills here are they are not good also either in Diablo 3, the skill design. And hold on, what I'm using. Okay, fervor. Hold your ground. Fire it. What are the paragon points? Okay, hold on. Ah, there are the items. Hold on. Breakers. The skills here are poorly designed, but they're still in a sense better than Diablo 4 skills. Diablo 2 of course being the best Diablo, and as you see in Diablo 4 there are still tiers. It goes up to tier 100. Diablo 2 was so well designed, it didn't need all this tier scaling. It was just a fun game, you played it and that was it. That's why it didn't leave you with tons of negativity that Diablo 4 does. Diablo 3, again I repeat, it's a PlayStation game. It's not hold on. It's not a Diablo game, guys. So the open world thing that Diablo 4 offers is the money grab excuse. It costs next to nothing for them, and it costs people a lot of a huge amount of money. So, like I said, it's next to nothing, and the skills are very poorly designed. Okay, there is no in Diablo 2 there was no thing such as ultimate skill. You just had the skills, higher level, you got more skills, and that was it, and everything was useful. Until of course they ruined the paladin, making Fist of Holy Ball, killing everything. That was just one-shotting everything. That was just bad. But well, that came years later. I mean, came like 20 years later. So, I managed to succeed in convincing some friends of mine to refund Diablo 4. They got it, but they didn't play it much, and they refunded it. And that was, they realized what I was talking about. Diablo 4 being a money grab. So they abandoned it, and because they weren't planning to play a lot. So they said, okay, it will be better to have some good family time with their families that they have, like go on a picnic with their wife and kids. So they said, okay, that's a better thing to spend our money than this, and they refunded it, and they didn't regret it, because they understand what I was talking about. And in Diablo 2, guys, there is no useless skill. Everything now has its usefulness, except like Holy Ball, the Fist of Heavens, that they just nuke the entire screen. But that came after a lot of years, because that was on Diablo Resurrected, because the development team was bad. Okay, then they did this. So guys, there is no Diablo 4. The open world is just the excuse to do money grab. Diablo ends with Diablo 2, and even nowadays it's still being played. Diablo 3 it's a good game, but for a PlayStation game. It's a PlayStation game. It's highly optimized for PlayStation, guys. Okay, and most people play there. It's a PlayStation game, essentially. Okay, there is no Diablo 4. So, do not buy Diablo 4. Stay away from this trash. If you want to play, like, let me tell you, now there is sales. For example, you get to buy Warcraft 3 Reforged, €5. For €5, it is worth it. Warcraft 3. Diablo 2 is also, the Resurrected is also on sale. Okay, you can get it on sales and play it, have good old fun. Diablo 3 is, I bought it on like €20, and I bought also the Reaper of Souls like for how much it was, €15 for that cost. That cost is okay, because I played with the Paladin, I mean the Crusader. I don't even have the Necromancer class, as you see. That is, yeah, I don't have him. I don't care to play him. Okay, now I can get it on sale, but I don't care to play him. It's this Necromancer here has nothing to do with Diablo 2 Necromancer. Same with the Crusader, guys. The Crusader here has nothing to do with the Paladin in Diablo 2. The Paladin in Diablo 2 is much better. Alright, Paladin in Diablo 2 is much better. Okay, he's 95 hours old. This guy, how much is this guy? Okay, that's the nose. This guy is... This guy is 79 hours. Alright. So you understand, guys, Diablo... the classes here and in Diablo 4 are... Okay, let me put it in one sentence. They are a poorly imitation of Diablo 2. And by poorly, I mean they lack a lot of the depth of Diablo 2. The mechanics also that are in Diablo 4, this is practically this is what Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 are, a poor imitation of Diablo 2. There are much more mechanics in Diablo 2 that are in Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 combined. Let me mention some mechanics of Diablo 2. Prevent monster heal, knockback, drain life, drain energy, what else? Crushing blow, open wounds, deadly strike, critical strike. You can critical strike with your attack skill, of course. Frozen, chilled, slowed, tons of mechanics. And you also had the crafted items which you could make from rares, and they were pretty good addition to your arsenal. So guys, you didn't get any Diablo, you just got a poorly... it's a covered money grab, Diablo 4. And again, I wouldn't have bought Diablo 3 if I didn't get it like 20 euro the base game. I played some classes and I got Diablo 3 the Reaper of Souls like 15 euro. That's why I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it if it was... I wouldn't have ever touched it if it was higher. Whereas in Diablo 4 people got fooled and they got their money stolen, their money's value stolen. It's not Diablo 2, guys, it's Diablo 4 which is trash. The skills, they are just... Diablo 3 and 4 are a poor imitation of Diablo 2. Diablo 1 is its own story, it's pretty good, it was the first one that came out. Sadly it had cut content it shouldn't have, but it got cut content. Same happened in Diablo 2. They cut content, but still is better. And as I said, after the Chaos Sanctuary, you open the seals, there would be the pentagram activated. Then you travel into a hell level of, environments of Diablo 1. It wouldn't just be an earthquake and then Diablo would just appear in the pentagram. That wasn't supposed to be like that. They just cut content and said, okay, what do we do now? Let's have Diablo appear like that in when you open the seals and kill the seal guardians. And they said, okay, we have Diablo appear like that. I mean, that's, they get to say how we get to close. Of course, it could have been much more stuff to do. Remember, there is just 3 waypoints until River of Flame, City of the Damned. I think that is 2. Yeah, it's City of the Damned first waypoint, River of Flame second, and you have the Pandemonium Fortress. So it's just 3 until there. Now, so think of it that the act would continue. You were supposed to fight Asmodan, Belial, and the Warlord of Blood. He's always there to fight. You also fought Israel in Place of Despair. You would get to do much more stuff which were cut from the game, making the game much more fun. But still, even as it is, hold on, okay. Even as it is, it's still better than Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 combined. So guys, this is my advice. Hold on. Armor. What the? Where am I? What is this? Ah. Okay, we're gonna... okay, no, that's the armory set where you get to pick your forged weapons. Artisan. Yeah, that's the weapons. So. This is where you get to pick your...
Happy to help.
Hold on. No, hold on. Okay, that's how you make it look like some... I'll keep them as they are. You see, this is supposed to be played, you're supposed to play like that in a PlayStation mode, which is fun, okay? It is, it's a game optimized for PlayStation. It's not optimized, what's this? Okay, that's the Templar, yeah, the Sorcerer, Sorceress. And you get to... Sorry, hold on. You get to... Where is Smash? There's also Brawling. It's a PvP mode, you get to brawl.
You chose the perfect time to reform the Haradrim, Tyrion.
It would seem not. Although we lost is no easy.
Alright. Okay, so as I was saying, it's just a money grab. My friends didn't regret listening to me to refund it. Like I said, the game mechanics that are already in Diablo 2, they are there, well implemented. It doesn't need tons of tier to be played. You just do, in Diablo 2 you do, well, playing in the dungeons, you get to find loot if you want to, which is just for, I mean, fun. You don't need them to beat the game. So they combined well all the casino element stuff of the game, as well as the quests. And again, as I said, there is cut content in the game, guys. You must have noticed. Let me forge a weapon. What's this? Alright, that's stuff. What should I forge? I guess if I forged one, let's give it a shot. Alright, now, what's this? Okay, this deals much more damage, but it's two-handed. Starts to fear or hit, strength, vitality. This of course was blessed hammer, it's one-handed. Strength, vitality, it's not that bad of a weapon. 8% more damage. And let's go to the... hold on. Well, apparently these aren't useless. Place a property. Okay, let's pick up this. Monster grant extra experience. Let's replace this. I mean, yeah, bind it to my account. Okay. I guess you have to select something. Let's replace this. Okay, plus life after its kill is good. I mean, it's not bad, you get to replace only one thing. Let's replace this. Alright, we'll keep this. Anyway, I don't care to keep this going. I'll leave it as it is. It's not a bad weapon, okay, for sure. Damage, I was just experimenting, you know. I mean, I assume with the Kanai cube you just can put the unique powers and then use a rare items or set items or a mix to make things, you know, like work really. Of course you don't make things work like you know, give the rare items, which can also be useful, some more value about them, but you don't know what you're gonna get. Alright, we got this. I guess this for some armor now. Crusader still. I guess this is it. Let's craft it. So it seems cheaper to craft that to replace items. That to replace affixes. Charge to deal area damage or hit. Let's just check it out. Reduces cooldown of all skills by 4%. Increase dust damage. Okay, fire resistance and maximum wrath. And a socket. It's not terrible, okay, guys. But I mean, of course,
Time for a potion.
if you find what's this? Okay, you get to. If you find certain uniques, replace a property. Let's just do another experiment. This defense. Okay, yeah, they're close on it. I guess the fire resistors can go. Justice is quite useful. I can also remove the socket, but I'll keep it. Yeah, changing this. Okay, extra experience is quite useful. Let's select this. Alright. I guess I'll go with this property. Okay, health globes grant extra life. It's quite useful, this extra life thing. And extra gold is also useful. I guess I'll go with the extra life. Alright. Yes, I know. So we got these two cool items. Of course, you get to understand that, I mean, as you see, we may roll these items. It's better to just keep rolling items until we get something. Okay, this, as you see, this is a Crusader shield. Reduces wrath of shield bash. Well, that's Paris, that's not shield bash. I mean, look how cheap it is. Well, we get strength, vitality, increased wrath generation, slash damage, maximum wrath, starts to stun or hit. Yeah, but that's nothing, not that useful. But you get the idea. It's better to craft a lot than check what rare you got. If you got a good roll on rares, then reroll things and so on. Of course, they get outside. The rares, in the sense, they get outside by the set and the unique items. So you understand what I'm talking about. That this is not like a classic Diablo 2 game. Diablo 4, they did well the item drops, some of them. That's a cool thing that you get to make them legendary, which are the crafted essentially of Diablo 2. So even that mechanic was on Diablo 2. So guys, you didn't get a new Diablo. All you got is just a good money grab. Now there is also a token that makes your follower can't die. Hold on, I think I can craft it. Hold on, let me salvage something. This. Oh, I need to personally select this. Forge armor, I think it's hold on. Templar relic. Okay, you get a relic for this guy. Scoundrel token, there it is. Well, this is 4, this is 6. This is 6 as well. Don't make it sense. It's 200. I don't understand. Anyway. Scoundrel. Yeah, this is how you make the tokens for your. He's using a legendary though. Yeah, he's using a legendary. He's got all the skills. It's better to use, of course, the. Look at his damage. It's better to use, of course, the not to die thing. Rather than. Okay, he can get. Critical hit damage, critical hit charge. Quite useful. He's got an average bar than regular. What's this? I can also make him some boots. Okay, let's see. What's this? That's like. Okay, that's for the barbarian, the mighty weapons. Okay, let's make him. This is for the monk. Right, so let's make him an armor. Chest armor. We're gonna make. Of course, it's gonna be a magic item. It's gonna be just. Okay, this is, I guess, is the highest. What's this? Strength, vitality, armor, lightning resistance, thorns damage, 2 sockets, cute, but.
Yes.
Okay, he gets these items. Yeah, it's pretty fun. You get to. That's actually pretty useful, of course. This gives me other stuff. Alright. That's a quite useful items. Thorns also. I mean, if you play this game. Well. So guys, as I was saying, there is no Diablo 4. Of course, it did some good stuff, but even the items, the legendary ones, they are the crafted from Diablo 2, so like I said, it's just a poor imitation of Diablo 2, that is Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 together, and both of them are worse than Diablo 2. So guys, refund Diablo 4 if you can, or even don't buy it at all because it's trash. And even the skills are trash. I mean, like I said, a poor limitation of Diablo 2. There is no Diablo 4, guys. The open world is nothing. What the boss fights that raid boss that appears, so what? It's nothing. The glyphs are nothing, guys. Let me tell you what happened. The skill tree of Diablo 2, that you get a lot of skill points, became that poorly skilled tree that you have in Diablo 4 with the skills. The many attribute points became the glyphs. You get them to level them up to 20. And the attributes became these paragon boards. We get to pick what each board. So in Diablo 2, where everything could be made useful, I was using a full skill tree to boost. It's not just to boost your own damage. Okay, I can make a character that kills everything in a single hit, but in a team game, you need to do much more. So I was using all the skills, if you recall. Just check my Diablo 2 plays with my characters I made there, how they function. I used everything and everything was useful. And I didn't, like I said, I was using Warwick, but I didn't max Whirlwind. I just put some points in it. Leap attack was my main damage dealer against bosses. Concentrate also, as a barbarian I'm talking about. I also used leap, a lot of shouts. Some shouts, the aggressive ones. Then the taunts, all of them, even the howl, they need to be made shout mechanic rather than curse mechanic or whatever it was. Shouts that affects monsters. Mobs, I mean. So guys, there is no... even the skill tree of Diablo 2 is much better than Diablo 4 skill tree. That they claimed that they made a very good effort of it. No, they didn't make a good effort in it. They just made it redundant in... how can I put it? They made a redundant skill tree rather than an in-depth skill tree of thinking how to use your skills and make them all useful. Instead, they made these trees like you're gonna use only these 5 skills, for example, and whereas in Diablo 2, each 5 character was totally, I mean, its class played a lot of different than completely different. The classes there were unique. In Diablo, the classes were unique. In Diablo 4, they're not that much different. I mean, you could, like I said, you could put in 2 skills all your skill points, and that would make them deal a lot of damage, but that wasn't the optimal way. You need to be smart about it. Besides, you didn't need a lot of damage, like let's talk about the barbarian, because you get the crushing blow mechanic, and at the end of the day, if you take out the majority of the mob's health, then you could kill it fast either way with the special. Of course, you could also mechanics that had there, and of course, you could also critical on your skills, which could make you deal double damage or deadly strike. For example, you could deadly strike or critical strike a leap attack skill. Leap attack could trigger in close combat, just couldn't leap. So that would make you deal double the damage you would deal with the skill. So you didn't need to put all the points in a single skill, if you understand what I'm talking about. So Diablo 4, guys, is totally trash. Don't buy it. It's a money grab at the end of the day. Don't buy it. Save your money's worth for something better. Because the problem is that if you buy it, you make the money grab policy work. It's not the cosmetics that are the money grab. Diablo 4 itself is the money grab. Diablo 3 wasn't that much of a money grab, but it's still not better than Diablo 2. So, like I said, guys, Diablo 2, despite lacking content, of course, in the expansion that Diablo 2 got, it got Act 5 completed. It was okay, it got even more content, but we needed Diablo 2 Act 4 to be completed with the quests, because it's an RPG game, okay, Diablo 2, and if you take out, it's not just grinding for gear, guys. It's an RPG, you get to play these quests that they were missing. It would have been really cool. Think about it. Here comes that earthquake, then the portal becomes red like in Diablo 1, and of course there you could pass through a new area where, I mean, after you walk through that portal that you did in Diablo 1, you wouldn't fight Diablo after that earthquake. You would pass through the pentagram to the hell environment of Diablo 1. There you would, I guess, as soon as you spawn in the next area, it would be the Wardle of Blood waiting for you. You have to kill him. I guess there would be no turning back, because once you, I mean, you had to use the town portal if you wanted to go away. but you couldn't be able to turn back from the portal. You came. So that would be a cool feature. Then you get to fight Tashbot and Belial, each with his own quests. These are the 3 basic quests. You also fought Tisval, you fought Hepsato, the armorer, and then you have to destroy both Diablos and the Fist of Soulstone. I guess you would still keep the Hellforge Hammer to destroy Bale's Soulstone after you kill him in Diablo Lord of Destruction expansion. So that would have been the complete Diablo 2, and it would have been really fun for a game, I mean, which is was the continuation of Diablo 1. Diablo 2 would it's still a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, it's lacking some quests that it shouldn't have. Okay, Act 4, after all, was the final act, and it would have been the best part of Diablo 2 Classic. So that was a mistake they did. But I mean, back in the day with the old, you know, timelines that they had to deliver the product, they couldn't help it. So, but I mean, they should have delayed the release in order to add more content to add these quests at least, and then add the rune words and add the rune words and more modifiers in Diablo and more uniques in Diablo Lord of Destruction expansion. Also, let me tell you something important. You could still upgrade your weapons, upgrade the tier of items in Diablo 2. So there is that. That's why they didn't make tons of uniques in Diablo 2, the classic. There was no, for example, a unique Executioner sword. You could upgrade the any weapon, like a broadsword, for example, into a higher tier. So there is that. Now, I can't blame them for adding more uniques. A unique for each type, I mean, that's okay in the end of the day. But that was so item upgrades is also in Diablo 2. You don't need it in Diablo 4 the way it happened. So guys, as I said, stay away from Diablo 4. There is nothing new in it. In fact, there is less content in game mechanics and skills and so stuff what I just described in Diablo 4. So stay away from it and get your money's worth. Get your money's value at another product. Like, for example, let me tell you this. Dawn of War 2 Retribution was the money grab of Dawn of War 2 Classic and Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising. The Retribution one was the trash. It was just a remake, it just added Imperial Guard. But you had to buy Retribution to play with those who had Retribution. It was no longer uniting the community. So it was a money grab. That was a, how can I put it, a easy to spot money grab. Diablo 4 is a hard to spot money grab, but it's a money grab nonetheless, and it's a very high value money grab because you don't spot it easy, and you pay a hell a lot of money, big sum like $70 to play Diablo 4. So guys, stay away from Diablo 4. And you see many players already, streamers, professional streamers that play mostly Diablo type of games, they quit Diablo 4 and they came back to Diablo 2. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Be well everybody. I'll see you at the next